Hi everyone, welcome to the History of Football channel. Tonight I'll be doing another video as part of my Forgotten Football Ground series. I've done a few videos already on this chapter. I've done Filbert Street, I've done the Dell, and most recently I did the baseball ground, which got a very good response, over 2,000 viewers for that, so thank you to everyone that watched that video. But tonight's ground is going to be Burnden Park, the former home ground of Bolton Wanderers Football Club. Bolton Wanderers were founded in 1874 as Christchurch FC, and that was the name that they had originally for the first 3 years of their existence until 1877 when they changed it to Bolton Wanderers Football Club. The club initially played at a few home grounds, but the first real permanent ground they had was Pikes Lane, which was their home ground between 1880 to 1895. The club ended up having to leave Pikes Lane because the lease on the ground expired, and also it wasn't very popular with the players and fans alike. So in 1895, £4,000 was raised to build a ground in the Burnden area of Bolton in Manchester, and in 1895 the ground was opened. The first match to be played there was a benefit match against Preston North End, but the first official game to be played at Burnden Park, a league match, was against Everton in 1895, and 15,000 people attended that. In 1901, the ground hosted the FA Cup final replay between Tottenham Hotspur and Sheffield United, and Tottenham Hotspur won that 3-1. The ground saw a bit of success in the early days for Bolton Wanderers, especially in the 1920s. They did win a couple of FA Cups. In the 1940s, though, however, one of the worst stadiums disasters in the world happened, not just in England but in the world. On the 9th of March 1946, Bolton Wanderers played against Stoke City in an FA Cup 6th round match. The ground back in those days did host, by some reports, between 60 to 70,000 people, but on this occasion 85,000 people crammed inside Burnden Park to watch this game. As a result, there was a lot of crowding and many people were crushed to death. There was 33 people that died that day at the ground, and over 400 people were injured. As a result of that, that was declared to be the worst disaster in English history in terms of a football and stadium disaster. And it wasn't until the early 1970s, I believe, when there was a disaster at Ibrox, which was Rangers' home ground. There was more people that died at that event than what happened at Burnden Park, but it was an event which is still remembered today by Bolton Wanderers and by football fans alike. In the 1980s, Bolton's fortunes turned for the worse, and they were in a lot of financial trouble, and at that stage they were in the 4th division of English football. And in 1986, part of the embankment was sold to a Norman superstar. So as you can see in some of the pictures of Burnden Park, you'll see a supermarket slash superstar built onto one end of the ground there. So it had a very unique look to it towards the end of its time. As a result of the Hillsborough disaster and a couple of other stadium disasters, the Taylor Report was created, and it was ruled that a lot of clubs around England, well actually all the clubs around England, had to have all-seater stadiums, and this put a lot of pressure on many clubs that have featured prior, and especially with Bolton Wanderers, they were no exception. So in 1992 it was decided by the board of directors that Bolton Wanderers would have to leave Burnden Park if they were to have ambitions of playing in the Premier League one day and to get revenue and get more supporters and all that stuff. So in 1992 it was decided that they were to leave Burnden Park, and there was talks about them moving to other parts of Bolton because Burnden Park wasn't a place that could realistically be upgraded to an all-seater stadium. And on the 25th of April 1997, Bolton Wanderers played their final ever match at Burnden Park. It was a 4-1 victory over Charlton Athletic, and it secured promotion for Bolton into the Premier League. John McGinley, who was a Bolton legend and scored over 100 goals for the club, he scored the last ever goal at Burnden Park. After Bolton relocated to the Reebok Stadium, the site, which was Burnden Park, fell into a bit of disrepair and it became a derelict site. Travellers moved onto the site and they caused a bit of problems, and there was delays with the demolition of Burnden Park. But in 1999, 2 years after they played their final match there, the ground was finally demolished, and in its place was a retail park, and most notably an Asda Superstore, where that was called Burnden Park Asda Superstore. And apparently, if you go inside and you look at the checkouts, above the checkouts and throughout the store, there's memorabilia of Bolton Wanderers and their time there, with pictures of players and other things that are associated with Bolton. Going into some records which happened at Burnden Park, the biggest ever win that Bolton recorded at the ground was on the 6th of October 1934. They beat Barnsley 8-0, and their worst ever loss at Burnden Park come on New Year's Day 1937. They lost 10-0 to Arsenal. The highest ever attendance at Burnden Park was 69,912 against Manchester City. That were an FA Cup 5th round match. And the lowest attendance at Burnden Park was 1,507 against Rochdale on the 10th of December 1991. Burnden Park is a ground that I imagine holds a dear place in all Bolton Wanderers' hearts, and many legends played there. A lot of legends of the club played there. They won 4 FA Cups in their time at Burnden Park, and also a charity shield. So they did have some success, and I'm pretty sure a lot of fans were sad to see it go. But that concludes my video for Burnden Park tonight. If you're a Bolton Wanderers supporter, or you're someone that went to the ground, let me know in the comment section below your memories of Burnden Park, and I'll be sure to read them and respond to them. So thanks once again for supporting the channel, everyone that watches these videos. I'll be doing more videos in the future, and some more forgotten grounds. There's plenty out there. I'll be doing them all. But this has been History of Football, signing off, and I'll catch us all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.